Yo, what's up, everybody? It's the Gamer Not Against the Grayson, and I'm back with another video. This time, this is a part of a bunch of series I'm gonna start putting up on my YouTube channel as well as probably Instagram as well. Um, it always will start hashtag GNAG. That way, I'm a Gamer Not a Gangster. That's my brand. That's what I'm gonna use. I feel like I'm gonna call it Forever Underrated, but I'm saying it ironically. Because in this series of what I'm doing, I'm going to go over features and things that I've done with popular artists and other shit that I feel like has been overlooked, or certain things in bars that hasn't really been called out as, oh, this is dope. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna do 2 to 3 videos today, and I'm gonna do that more often. Hopefully, I get a lot more features in the time, that way I can keep this going. But if not, then I'll start showing you other stuff that I've done in the past that people might not have caught. That way you get a better understanding as me as an artist. You get maybe get a new perspective from me as an MC, because of the fact being that, like, some people really think I'm just mid as fuck, and it's cool. That's your opinion, but maybe maybe the bars went over your head, or maybe it's not as good as it was. Tell me in the comments. But the first video I want to do, honestly, is the Black Bull Cipher. For those who don't remember, that'd be crazy if y'all don't remember. Rustage, about a year ago? Yeah, it was about a year ago, maybe 2019. He did a Black Bull Cipher with every member of the Black Bulls, aside from Nick, because he wasn't in the anime yet. I don't know if he reads manga, so I don't think he knew about him, but, you know what I mean? I don't think there was enough information to even do anything off of him. Or clips. That too. But on that cipher, I was Henry. And, I can also, while I'm doing this series, I'm also going to talk about how certain things were created.
Guys.
And how things were, how I was approaching whatever. So, at this point in time where he's doing...
There are better ways to get your bush ready for summer.
The brand new lawn.
They had a whole motherfucking commercial about shaving their bush. That's crazy. But but at this point in time, when I was approached to do this cipher, I already did a cipher for None Like Joshua, for I think it was his part 5 JoJo cipher, where I was Mista, and I'll probably go over that. Even though I don't think anyone I think some people missed it, but because there's not a lot of JoJo fans like that, or the fact that JoJo is a big ass metaphor in itself with everyone's names in general. So there's that. But I already did a None Like Joshua cipher. I did a cipher for I did 2 ciphers for Game Boy. I did the Full Metal Alchemist Homunculi cipher, where I was King Bradley. Shout out to Game Boy for letting me be King Bradley, because to be 100, like, that was fun. I was Nightwing at the time, so if you type in Grayson, you won't find it, but Nightwing, you'll find it. And I did the Dragon Ball cipher when I was Yajirobe, and I could do that video, but I'm pretty sure it's a good consensus that that's one of the verses that everyone collectively was like, yo, he kind of bodied that shit. I've read some comments where people was like, yo, he should have been Trunks. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. But, you know what I mean? I'm just bullshitting. But, let me go to the video and go over it. You know what I mean? I just gotta find myself. I'm gonna cut straight to me, because if we wait, we're gonna be here for a very long time, right?
When you stare, don't care for me, it's for Maria.
Yeah, yo, Zach, I already said this a bunch of times, but Zach is one of my favorite nerdcore artists in general, that I've been hearing since I got into the scene. He's always been like barring the fuck out, and I really appreciate it and think it's dope. So, I'm right after him, and again, I'm Henry, right? So,
Tend to believe what I care, and now when they see reflections, it will not be me that they fear. So please tell me when you're in need, I swear you'll see I'll be there. My team don't know that I'm here, but I've been around.
Right? First bar. I'm gonna say it's a double. I think it's a double, right? My team don't know that I'm here, but I've been around. So obviously, if you know the story of Black Clover, Henry owns the house where everyone lives at, and he's been there the entire time since the beginning of the series and before that, right? And he comes up later because Asta finds him and he emerges and shit. So that's like the first layer of the bar is my team don't know that I'm here, but I've been around. But the other thing why it's a double is my team don't know that I'm here, but I've been around. Because remember, the first cipher in any Nerdcore Spectrum that I've done is Game Boy Jones's Homunculi cipher, which I was King Bradley, right? But I was Nightwing. So a lot of people at this time didn't know that Grayson was Nightwing. Some people already knew, like Diggs and Shar, because they know who I am. You know what I mean? They were there when I changed the name and gave me shit for it anyway. Not only that, I was already in None Like Joshua's cipher at the time beforehand for Part 5 as Mista. Not only that, this was Omega Spark's cipher, but it was on None Like Joshua's channel. I was on the Final Fantasy cipher as Sid. So at this point, I was already on 3 big ciphers prior to this one. And like people that like work with me, like I say, I'm a leader of 2 collectives or 2 groups. I call them groups. They're collectives, but they're groups. That's Titans, which formerly was known as SMG, Syndicate Music Group, but we call ourselves Titans. I made that change a year ago, and you're gonna see a lot more artists. If you haven't already, you're gonna see a lot more artists on my ciphers and songs. And I'm also the leader of Otaku Gang, which was originally created by Richie Branson, but he passed the reins to me to handle, at least on the music side, because man's is busy. He got a whole family. I got a family too, but he passed the reins to me because he saw that I was creating and doing things and organizing stuff, which Otaku Gang will be bringing more stuff as well. So my team don't know that I'm here, but I've been around, because after this cipher, this is where they've pretty much figured out what I was doing, because I wasn't sharing the other ciphers as much, because I didn't know how to promote them the same way. You know what I mean? Like everyone does they get a recording of their verse, and then they put it up on Instagram, etc., and other shit so people can see, or they record the other reactors looking at their verse and put it up. I didn't know how to do that just yet. I didn't know that was a thing to do or what I was supposed to do. So at this point, after this point, everyone was starting to notice, oh shit, Grayson like wildin', you know what I mean? And this is where I got like a boost of numbers, because I was like 300, 400 subs, and after the cipher I got to like 700, 800. It was a lot. No, shout out to Rustage. So let's get back into it.
The ops about to lose this round. I bring the house down, equipped with the bulls and osses. My projectile.
See, like, that's a double. That's a small double. Because, like, the ops about to lose this round. I bring the hops. Like, the ops about to lose this round. Right? The round, like, in a fighting round. But I'm also using round, like a round from a gun. And it connects. The ops about to lose this round. I'll bring the house down. Bringing the house down is a double. Because Henry's power is to control the house with his magic, so he'll bring the house down to the fight. You bring the house down. Bringing the house down is a way, like if you were performing, like back when they had house parties, they all bring the house down because you did a good job performing. That's also something. I bring the house down, equipped with the bulls. So, like in Philly, I know it's a reach. It was a reach, but equipped with the bulls. The bulls is like black bulls that's inside of the house, because he uses them while fighting as the house to do certain shit. But equipped with the bulls, going back to round. Equipped with the bulls, and Asta's my projectile. He's the bullet. You're about to lose this round. You're about to lose to Asta because they were trying to capture Asta. If you know what I mean? And bulls also is what you reference your peoples in Philly. Like, oh, look at that bull. Oh, that bull tripping. You know, shit like that, right? So equipped with the bulls and Asta's my projectile. Check how I turn my house. Check how I make my house do a ground pound. And then there's eternal rhyming with that. Like, Asta's my projectile. Check how I make my house do a ground pound. Like, if this shit was like, is it Rap Genius? The ones that do the color? You can see the colors of what words rhyme with what. So let's keep it going.
Check how I make my house do a ground pound. Don't play me close. I'll check it, man, and you better dip.
that's not a that's like a single that's like a passive like filler bar real quick, but don't play me close. I'll jack your man and you better dip. The reason I said that line is because honestly, like Tyler Creator said a line like that. I don't know exactly what song, but I was listening to it recently when I was writing this song, so it came up like. But obviously, it's like don't play me close, like don't get too close to me. I'll jack your mana and you better dip, because that's what Henry uncontrollably steals everyone's mana. So like that's that one. Like don't play me close. I'll jack your mana and you better dip. You know what I mean?
Turn my crib into a ship and pull up quick. Full Clover Kingdom, I swear to God that I'll never quit. Like my illness, my skill is forever sick.
Yeah, so obviously everyone always catches the last bar of like my illness, my skill is forever sick, because all the internal rhyming at the same time of like my illness, because the illness of Henry is that he steals everyone's energy or mana, etc., which is connected to the don't play me close, you jack your mana, you better dip. That's the connecting thing together in that aspect. And take my what's the bar I said? It's been so long. Because if I go like I turn my crib into a ship and pull up quick, because it's like now I'm explaining certain things. You know what I mean? Yo, what's good, JK? But it's like, you know, me saying I turn my crib into a ship and pull up quick, you know what I mean? It's just like it's self-explanatory because you know the anime, but it's also like I turn my crib, my place that I live in, into a ship because he could fly it. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's like I wanted to make a better connection. I could reach and say like, well, when I mean ship, I mean like relationship, because everyone in my house, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like when you think about church. Like, the church is the body of God, and church is like the people that's in the church, not exactly the building. So when it comes to the house, even though Henry has to stay in the house, his home is where the heart is, etc., which is the people that live there, and they're also a part of the ship, which also connects to I'm equipped with the bulls and Os is my projectile. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So that's with that one. For anyone that comes in the chat now, I'm doing this thing on YouTube called I'm calling it Forever Underrated. GNAG Forever Underrated. It's an ironic title because I don't really feel no type of way. I just want to explain certain bars that I feel like might have been missed at the times that I did big features or features in general. We are going to do 3 videos. We're going to do 3 videos. I know what the second one I want to do is the Gotham Knight Cypher. And the reason I want to do the Gotham Knight Cypher, because even though everyone kind of like had a consensus of that I did a good job in it, and obviously I was Nightwing, etc.
Or Cam Reed.
I want to, as when it comes to comic books, I know a lot. Carter's stupid. That's a Tim Drake. Yeah, I would have did good as Tim Drake too. Tim Drake is criminally underrated, just like Mix's verse. Like, a lot of people didn't give Mix, even though Mix did like everybody as Robin in bars wise, he was supposed to do Tim Drake, but it was like a miscommunication, which I guess is the story in between of the song of how it's approached, because it was Damien. Yeah. That's what, yeah. His nigga Mix was every Robin. His Robin, bro. And it worked. It worked really well. You know what I mean? It's just that the way I was approached about it was, there's 2 ways I was approached about it. Dizzy put the post out, I'm going to do a Gotham Knight Cypher because we found out the Gotham Knights video game is coming out, right? So he put a post about it. Me and him were already talking because him and I was always chilling in Versus server. So we was already talking about it. So I already hit him when I saw the post of, hey, yo, who you got as Nightwing? And he's like, oh, it's going to be you. And I'm like, oh, okay, because I was about to come at you if you got anyone else's Nightwing except me. Because obviously, yeah, like, my name is Grayson. My name was Nightwing because I'm a big fanatic of Nightwing. Not like super crazy, but like, yeah, you know what I mean? But also, the other thing that made him pick me before I even called was when he made that post, Game Boy was like, yo, you need to get Grayson on it. You need to have Grayson as Nightwing. You are crazy if you don't get Grayson as Nightwing. Because I already made a project. I have a project called Welcome to Bloodhaven, which Bloodhaven is the town where Nightwing patrols and lives at. That's basically his Gotham. Yeah, Carter. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it would have, like, people would have been like, yo, why you get, what? This is weird. You know what I mean? People would have looked funny, even though it would have still been dope. You know what I mean? He would have picked someone dope as hell. I just think I did the best as a Nightwing. Sorry. You know what I mean? But not sorry. Carter said, fun fact, my cousin was straight up names after Nightwing. His name is also Grayson. Yeah, yo. My son's name is Grayson. There's a funny story about that, but I'll do it like after the video. But now I'm gonna explain every bar doing this, and I noticed like more than 16, so I apologize in advance.
For people with reading difficulties,
you gonna catch these bars,
reading
bro?
and studying
I
always
know
go together.
Everyone didn't catch shit. I'm just gonna go to mine though. Even though 6, I want to say this. Yo, Breton boy, what's good, bro? Yo, we're in this part. What we're doing, I'm going over features I've done for other people. Because I feel like there's a lot of bars sometimes that gets like skipped or unnoticed because they just don't, either they don't know the content or the way I'm using them, or maybe there's an extra layer of a metaphor, etc. So I've been talking about the tier list and shit, but welcome. If you want to stay, chat with us, go back and forth, we can do that. You know what I mean? You know me and you, we always have some good ass conversations. You know, it's all love, you know what I mean? So right now, I just did I'm on a video right now explaining to you on a YouTube video, but whatever. I just did the Black Bull cipher in my verse because I was explaining certain things that was double meanings and certain things that were just like regular. And obviously it was just 8 bars, but now I'm doing the Gotham Knight cipher. But I do want to say this before I get to my part. 6 seconds, my favorite bar that he said in this whole thing was Joe Chill. Like the referencing of Joe Chill, but using the wordplay of it, because Joe Chill is the person that bodied. You say it like that is fucked up. Joe Chill is the person that killed Bruce Wayne's parents, right? What's up, Endo? But yo, it's like, yeah, I guess this is rap science class for me, for my shit. I might do it for other people's raps and whatever, maybe later on, but I wanted to do it for my stuff because I feel like people be missing my shit that I be saying. But yeah, it's like. He said, Joe Chill at the dude that bodied my parents or killed my parents. And I was like, yo, I was like, damn, bro. Because really, I had that thought process. I just never said it. It was never a scenario of me saying it. I know that sounds corny right now to say it like that because it's like, oh, you ain't do that. You got that after him. Y'all can think whatever y'all want. But I think that shit was dope that he did it. Like, I'm happy that he did it. So, let's go to me. Is that me? Okay. Because there's clips used that has Nightwing in it. Thank God they put our names in the shit. Right? So, the obvious bar, I'm start swinging. I'm going to start swinging, hit you niggas with a crowbar for real. That a great ending. Great ending by Mix on that verse. Especially for the fact that since he's rapping as all Robins, he's ironically saying the reference that killed him. Because he did use certain references as Jason. It's automatic because all Robins fit in that mode, so yeah.
If you were ever a sidekick, then I gotta say I'm your OG. First ever in comic books, rocking red and green up in GC.
Right. So for those who don't know, right, which a lot of y'all don't know about comics like that, Dick Grayson, Richard Grayson, is the very first sidekick, period, in comic books. There is no other comic book person that was a sidekick before him. Like, on historical records, he was the first sidekick. Then, I guess Marvel did Bucky and stuff like that. But it was Robin, Richard Grayson. You know what I mean? So, if you were ever a sidekick, I gotta say I'm your OG. Just starting the record out, letting y'all know, you know what I mean? It's me. You know what I mean? But... And then me saying first, like I'm explaining it in the second line, like first ever in comic books, rocking red and green up in GC. GC, I mean in Gotham, Gotham City. Now, a part of me wishes like I wish it was a basketball team like that had the GC that their basketball colors were red and green. That would have been so hot. But I wasn't thinking that deeply on the. I was trying to start it off in the right way, and I wanted to start it off in a flow that people are not normal to hearing me for, cause I was working with Dizzy. Like Dizzy does shit vastly different. He does a lot of newer styles, so I didn't want to try to like bar it up and shit. You know what I mean? I wanted to make it like mad dynamic in this verse, cause I had a lot of space to do some shit, and I think I utilized it very well. So let's keep it going.
The rightful heir to the darkest cow, I mean, Jason Todd can never hold me.
Right. So, in that reference, I'm probably going to... I hope I don't explain every single bar to y'all, because then it's going to be long, but sorry. The rightful heir to the darkest cow is because there is a comic book series or arc called Battle for the Cow, which I think everyone knows at a certain time, Batman gets killed, which he gets hit by an Omega Beam by Darkseid, which basically, instead of actually killing him, it sent him to the past. And while he was going to different times, seeing Batman in every time zone or some type of visual of Batman, the Omega Beam was growing inside of him to make a bomb. So when he finally came back to the regular time, he was going to blow up and shit and destroy everything. But that was averted, of course. But while Batman was gone, you know, everyone was like, yo, Nightwing, become Batman. And Nightwing's like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to be Batman. That's why I'm Nightwing. I don't want to be Batman. But basically, Tim Drake decided to take up the mantle. And Jason Todd came through and kind of like stabbed Tim Drake in the chest. He had an amazing Batman suit. I ain't gonna hold you. Jason had a badass Batman suit, but he was Batman. And then Nightwing had to come through and beat up Jason, and then that's when he becomes Batman and takes Damian as his Robin, which is why Damian and Dick Grayson are so close in the comic books, because they spent the most time together, honestly. Everyone loves Dick Grayson with their own reasons or whatever, but like Damian and him had like a little father-son connection because of the fact that they were Batman and Robin for the time being.
Me, superhero crush probably hit me up, cause she probably wanna fuck me low key.
Right? And a lot of people caught that bar, superhero crush, right? And that's because like it ain't a secret that Richard Grayson, Nightwing, I'm gonna stop saying Richard Grayson. Y'all know who the fuck it is. Nightwing's a whore. Nightwing's a bit of a whore, yo. Nightwing, like you see Starfire, you know what I mean? That's like the main one everyone knows, but like you also know Batgirl, but he also he got bagged by a lot of women, bro. Like he bagged Huntress. There's a lot of women. There's a lot. Like there's literally was a Google article on all the sexual escapades, and them shits was like in 21 different women. Some of them were like famous. Some of them were like regular. There was a time he was actually date raped. It's kind of fucked up. That was fucked up. But like, no, Nightwing's a whore. So that's, you know what I mean? Now this one, like shock you with the sticks, acting Two-Face. Shock you with the sticks, acting Two-Face. My reasoning of that bar. He uses a scream as they shock people. Duh, right? Sticks is also references with a gun. So if I put the gun out, you're gonna be shocked. I'm pulling them out because you acting Two-Face. Two-Face as also the villain. The reason I use Two-Face is because Two-Face is the one villain that Batman has always had that Nightwing fucking hates. Like, if anyone is close to actually getting killed by Nightwing as a villain, it is actually Two-Face. Because there's a comic, I don't know if it's canonical, I just know, like, it was a big moment. Two-Face, because in the movie, the live-action movie, the terrible one, Two-Face is the one that got Nightwing's parents killed because he did something with the carnival. That's the side. In the comic book, there was a time where Dick Grayson almost died because of Two-Face, because he got captured and beat him near half to death. Sort of like what Joker did, but he didn't leave bombs and shit like that. You know what I mean? So when I guess there was a part in the side of where when Nightwing became Batman, he wasn't being as thorough as Bruce was, so he left the opening for Two-Face to get into the Batcave. So when Two-Face pulled up, Nightwing was like, you know what? Bruce has always been too nice to your ass because you were cool. I don't fucking like you though. And he whooped his ass. So that's why like I use Two-Face, shock you with the sticks, I can Two-Face. Lightning combo hits, how them tools taste. Tools taste, sticks. Tools because of the utility belt. Yeah. People used it before, I get it, but like that's why I used it.
Shock you with the sticks, I can Two-Face. Lightning combo hits, how them tools taste. I'm the outsider with the biggest titans. Never
Again, I'm trying not to pause so fucking much, but again, you're in here to listen to the explanations. I'm the outsider. Let me look. I'm the outsider with the biggest titans. For those who watched, I'm making it easy for y'all. The ones who watched Young Justice Season 3, the outsiders. Even though in that show, Batman's the actual leader, and in the current comics, he's a leader, the original outsiders back in the day in the comic books was led by Nightwing. He made the group so he don't have to be as close with his teammates as he was with the Titans. That way, he can complete his missions emotionlessly, like how Bruce would do. So I'm the outsider with the biggest Titans. Titans, Teen Titans, Titans, the grown-up version of the Teen Titans. Right. First layer. Hidden second layer. I'm the outsider with the biggest Titans. Because this is about the 5th or 6th cipher I was in that was pretty big. I'm the outsider of Nerdcore YouTube at this point because I haven't been here for that long at this point. I still haven't been here that long. But I'm the outsider outside of YouTube with the biggest Titans. Because at that point, I did stuff with Rustage, NOJ. I think NOJ I did 2 ciphers at this point. And Game Boy I did 2 ciphers. And I've already worked, I think I worked with Carter Sauce and other people at the time. You know, and Ran, and because Ran automatically is a part of all Nerdcore because he always been working with people. I've done stuff with Richie, which is pretty much like the proprietor of what y'all do here. And so it's like I'm the outsider with the biggest Titans. So it's like I'm the outsider working with the Titans of people that are like huge as fuck in this scene already. Because like really, I didn't go up through the ranks working with smaller people to get to them. I work with those bigger people, and now I'm working with mid people. You know, I'm working with everybody that I can, really. I don't mean to call y'all mid like y'all whack or nothing. It's just popularity-wise, I guess. But that's the reason of that bar.
His Titans never powered down because I'm skilled in fighting. And I stay fly like my family name.
Stay fly like my family name because Grayson, Flying Graysons, that's what they use in the comic of Haley Circus. Hopping out the sky, never need a cape because Nightwing doesn't use a cape. But it's also a reference to Incredibles because, like, they say, yo, the last person that used a cape got caught by turbines and got killed. Syndrome got killed at the end of that movie. So, hopping out the sky, never need a cape. Because he still jumps over roofs and shit.
Hopping out the sky, never need a cape. Don't sleep on me, because I broken Bane.
Don't sleep on me, because I broken Bane. Because I don't know if this is canonical. Y'all could get me wrong on that. But there is a panel that you could find where Nightwing broke Bane's back. Because, you know, I broken Bane. You know what I mean? Because Bane broke the back. Don't sleep on me because I broken Bane. That because Nightwing's a very popular character, but there's a lot of people that didn't know about him. There's a lot of information on Nightwing, obviously, that I'm showing y'all and telling y'all that he's done some shit. So he's broken Bane's back.
Bent him by the knee, made him feel.
And then I put bent him by the knee, made him feel the pain. Feel the pain, you know what I mean? But bent him by the knee because you bent by the knee, married to the game and shit like that. But bent him by the knee because I broke his back with a knee. Shit like that. Simple.
Feel the pain. Make your face black and blue so you can match your suit. Got a belt full of gadgets, know I got the two. And I seen Batgirl in her birthday. Oops.
Me, I think that bar was hard, bro, for me. And I seen Batgirl in her birthday. Oops. And because me, I'm explaining like, make your face black and blue so you can match your suit. I think that's dope. Some people might look over it. Fuck it. That's cool. And I seen Batgirl on her birthday. Oops, because, like, I was going to say, and I seen Batgirl on her birthday suit. And I was going to end it like that, but I was like, nah, I already said suit already. I didn't want to repeat the same word in the ending rhyme of it. So I just like, oops, because it's the same line, and plus it adds more dynamic to it. I feel like. And I bag start fire because I'm just that cool.
And I bag start fire because I'm just that smooth. And I'm from the circus, we don't mess with clowns.
Because he's from Haley Circus. We don't mess with clowns. Clowns is a Joker. I'm from Haley Circus. We don't mess with clowns.
Slade Wilson, yeah.
I took him down. Slade Wilson, even though he is a a Batman villain. He's more of a Titans villain. He is the main Titans villain because from the Judas contract onward, he's always trying to stop the Titans. If you watch the Titans TV show, he's the main villain on season 2. So Slade Wilson, yeah, I took him down.
I took him down. Been a superhero since I was a child. When it comes to robbers, I'm the best around.
Because undebatably, Nightwing is the best Robin. Just gonna say that. Yo, Mark, what's good, bro? Sorry, I couldn't see the chat while I was explaining it because I had to be directly on the YouTube just to make sure it's full screen. So when people are seeing the video, it's cool. Damn, we already have 30 minutes. All right. Yeah, Carter Sauce. Yeah, he's explaining it. Thank you, because Carter Sauce knows what I'm talking about. I was just geeking out with Jeff the other night, going through the Bat fam, especially the Robins. This is perfect timing. He put dick at that fat ass. Wow. Yeah, he did get Harley Quinn, even though Harley Quinn got him. Harley Quinn, Batgirl, Catwoman. He did Catwoman? Catwoman, Starfire, Wonder Woman. He got Wonder Woman? I don't even... If he did, then damn. Damn, he's a 5th degree black belt, though. Yeah, he is. For real, for real. Also, I cannot stand the red Nightwing suit. Facts. That shit was terrible at the time they did that. How did I miss the Outsider reference? A lot of people didn't catch the Outsider reference. And this was after the season 3 came out. Not right after, but it was well after, bro. Like, niggas didn't catch. That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes I be saying shit and they don't catch it. And I know, because I know more than other people. And I'm not trying to make it like, oh, I'm super intelligent. It's just, when I see reactions and shit, or it's like I know engage on what certain people know. Like when Screw was looking at this, he's looking at this from Bar's perspective. Because I know he don't know like that about Nightwing. But he liked it because of the way I was delivering and doing it. Now, if you go to like Tev and other people, like when Schwabity reacted to this, he didn't know about Batman like that. So he was confused all over the Robin reference. And I had to explain to him like, yo, there's 4 different Robins. That's why there's a Nightwing, there's a Red Hood, there's a Damian, there's a Tim. That's why. And he's like, oh, okay, now I get it. All right. I've heard this verse like 10 times and just now caught that. Right. I ain't no Titan, but we def killed that Devilman track. Facts, we gotta do another one. He broke Bane's back in the simulation, but yeah. Right. It's probably a simulation, but yeah. As I said, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I seen a panel where he broke Bane's back. First Nightwing appearance in comics was when they were fighting Deathstroke in the Judas contract. Exactly. It's like, I don't know if Carter Sauce is the only guy in here left, but because he's the only one chatting. But yeah, it's like the shit I be saying when it comes to Robins. I'm the best around because Nightwing as a Robin done so much. And honestly, if you ask Batman, he's always gonna say Richard. He's always gonna say, "Yo, Nightwing's the next up. He's the next one to get the cowl." You know what I mean? I appreciate it. I like that everyone likes. I appreciate people that are watching the video right now anyway, and I appreciate anyone that's in the stream that appreciates comic book bars in general. There should be a lot more that goes around in Nerdcore that should be more celebrated because comic books have been making a resurgence of popularity in the last few years. Look at all the fucking movies. So there. So for the next video and last one of a Cypher reference I did, I'm gonna do Diggs Demon Time joint. And it's because it's a short verse and I can explain a little story from that if I'm allowed to. Because if I'm not allowed to, then
What can I do for you,
I
sir?
don't want to get nobody wrong.
I'm creating a courtroom. Think of it like Little Rascals.
It's not a reaction.
I want to build a better treehouse. Call your witness, bro.
I don't
I'm not
understand
reacting.
anything
I'm
anymore.
doing something
Welcome to
different.
2021.
Where I'm explaining the bars
Justice is
that
only
people missed
just
over
as
or
long
looked
as it's
over
available to
and didn't
everyone.
notice because-
What is going on?
Right? So this one, I'm gonna pause it real quick. So the story with this one, this song originally was gonna be, I think I can say it. It's cool. If I say something and I'm not supposed to say it, just holler at me. I'm sorry. My apologies. This song was originally gonna be Zach's. It was gonna be me, Zach, and Diggs. And I think something happened where Zach got too busy and he kind of like gave it off to Diggs to do it and finish it off. Cause me and Diggs already had our verses down. And I guess Diggs got Mir Blackwell. which I just realized he put Mir Blackwell. I thought Blackwell was all together, but you know what I mean? My name is spelled right. So, you know what I mean? So, I'm going to go to my verse. And obviously, I was Inosuke, which I was happy to be Inosuke because a lot of people always pick Inosuke. And I was happy to be him. Especially with the flow I was doing. Flow-wise, I was walking on this shit. But, like, I like when people switch flows within their verses and shit. I think that's impressive. I like highly impressive shit that, like, normal rappers can't do. You know what I mean? Like, everyone could rap a single flow through and say bars and shit. Not everyone can do bars, but, like, a lot of people can do a straight flow and shit. But when you can switch it and still be on beat and then go back and forth, I think that shit is cool. That's what impresses me. So I do things that I feel like would impress me and not only other people, because just like shit like this, I don't want to make something of a verse and give it to somebody that I can't listen to again. You know what I'm saying?
Slash, it's on site for any only. If you in a way, I promise to catch you the fade. Ask the home.
Yeah. Like, because even with lines, like, you know, of course I say slash and whatever. Slash, if anyone wants to have an explanation of why I say slash, is because my original name was Maverick the Ronin, which it was off of, like, Maverick being the X-Men hero. He's not with the X-Men, but he was in X-Men. But he used to work with Weapon X, and that was, like, one of my favorite comic book characters at the time when I was younger. So it was Maverick and then Ronin, going off of the Marvel superhero who multiple people was Ronin, like Blade, Hawkeye, but also Ronin as the samurai with no master. And Maverick and a Ronin is synonymous. Like, Maverick is someone that basically walks the beat of his own path and shit. And a Ronin is a samurai with no master, so it's kind of the same shit. Basically saying, like, I don't listen to nobody. You know what I mean? No one tells me what to do. I do my own shit. And that's what my interest in nerdcore was. So when I say slash, is to be reminiscent of who I used to be, and I didn't really change like that. I only advanced. I never changed. You know what I mean? So slash is on safe for any only, right? I say that flow, and then I even switch it up. Like, if you in the way, I promise you catch you the fade. That's the homies, right? It's like, it was like a little play, not play on words, but it's like the flow switch, that quick flow switch. Because like the first bar, then the second bar was a different flow, but it still was rhyming with the ending word in the last one.
I'm married to this game. Peep, this matrimony will have Jagged Edge singing. I slay in the ceremony.
Right? So I'm explaining that one. I think that's the main one where people missed, right? Where I say I'm married to this game. Peep, this matrimony. You know what a matrimony is? It's the ceremony of marriage. I'm saying I'm married to this game. Peep, this matrimony, because Inosuke really likes killing demons. We'll have Jagged Edge singing, I'll slay in the ceremony. If you don't know R&B, especially old school R&B, there's a group of singers named Jagged Edge. Their biggest song is called Let's Get Married. That's what the whole scheme is around, in a way. I'm married to this game. Peep, this matrimony will have Jagged Edge singing, I'll slay in the ceremony, right? Who has Jagged Edge sword? Inosuke. See, their shit. I'm saying this bar because no one mentioned that shit. Nobody mentioned it. Nobody. I know Diggs caught it. But, like, because he loves Aaliyah. So I know that nigga know about Jagged Edge. So it's like, that little thing, you know what I mean? Using outside references to go into anime and making a good bar, that's a good example of that. Let's keep it going.
Edge singing, I slay in the ceremony. Any demon steps to me, I swear to God that it's over. I aim below the chin, leaving with
head and shoulders. I think it's a shampoo. I aim below the chin, leave you with head and shoulders, because I cut your neck, because that's what you aim for to kill a demon. Aim below the chin, I leave you with head and shoulders.
I won't jest, best protect your neck. Word to Wu-Tang, I'm off the wall.
Best protecting, again, below the chin, leave you with head and shoulders. I won't jest, I'm not joking. Protect your neck. Word to Wu-Tang, because Wu-Tang, one of their biggest songs when they came out was called Protect Your Neck.
Young Michael Jackson with the sword swing. So go the wall, young Michael Jackson with the sword swing. So deck, word to Wu-Tang, I'm off the wall.
I'm off the wall, young Michael Jackson with the sword swing, because the first time you see Inosuke kill a demon, he jumped off the wall to get that big ass demon. But I'm off the wall, young Michael Jackson with the sword swing, because off the wall, I think it's a song or album. I think it's an album. Is one of Michael Jackson's albums when he was younger. I'm off the wall, young Michael Jackson with the sword swing.
Young Michael Jackson with the sword swing. So I'm going ham like the helmet equipped. Mask off, yeah, beautiful bitch.
Right there. And this probably be the last pause, and then I'll finish the video. So I'm going ham like the helmet equipped, right? The helmet's a boar's head. I don't know if it's like that for everywhere and other groceries and shit like that. Boar's Head is a brand that is of ham that you can buy. So I'm going ham like the helmet equipped. The helmet is a boar's head. Boar's head is ham. I'm going ham like the helmet equipped. Again, something that no one really brought up, in my opinion, and didn't catch. In my opinion, it could be explained because of the fact being that boar's head might not be all over the country, all over the world and shit. So that might be why it could be missed, or maybe people just didn't like it. It is what it is. So take my mask off. I'm beautiful, bitch, because Inosuke is actually like kind of a pretty male in the show when he takes off the mask, despite the fact of how he acts. You would think he'd be all rugged and shit, but he's like pristine as hell.
Quick, mask off, yeah, beautiful bitches. Beast mode every time that I breathe. Near death, I never retreat. Slash, but y'all know me by my battle cry. I'm unorthodox, not your typical samurai.
Right? Slash, you all know me by my battle cry, because that's my go-to like ad-lib is slash. You all know me by my battle cry, but you also know Inosuke's battle cry because he be yelling. Beast mode every time that I breathe because he used beast type breathing as his thing. You know what I mean? Beast mode every time that I breathe. You know what I'm saying? Let me look at the chat, yo. Yeah. You don't know about Jagged Edge. I kind of know, but I know Let's Get Married is their biggest song, though. You know what I'm saying? But that's the 3 I'm going to do today. I'm probably going to pick another 2 or another 3, make it shorter, because we're already at 41 minutes. That shit is crazy. But for YouTube side, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for pulling up, looking at the video. If you want more of these, or you want me to explain other bars and shit like that, or certain songs that I've done or I've been on, I'll gladly do that. It won't only be on YouTube. It'll probably be on like SoundCloud, etc. as we go through it, just so you can I can show off a little bit and show y'all bars that I've done, and then y'all can get a better understanding. But either way, if you think I'm mid or whatever. But you know what I mean, just like the title will say, forever underrated. It's the Gamer Not a Gangster, Grayson, and I'm out. Slash.